Hello, everyone, and welcome to the session where we are going to be doing motion chapter, the textbook numerical sums. So, I will be discussing the exercises that are there at the end of the chapter in today's video. First question, this is on page number 112 and 113, the questions. First question, an athlete completes one round of a circular track of diameter 200 meters in 40 seconds. What will be the distance covered and the displacement at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds? First, let us make note of all the given information. The given information, diameter 200 meters, therefore circumference formula is 2 pi r, otherwise it can also be written as pi into d. So the circumference is 200 into pi. Then the distance covered in 40 seconds is 200 meters. So in 1 second how much? 200 pi divided by 40. So we are having, that is the distance covered in 1 second. We then look at now we will look at what will be the distance covered in 2 minutes 20 seconds. So we have converted 2 minutes 20 seconds into seconds, which is 140 seconds. So 140 into 200 pi divided by 40, which will give us 2200 meters. Now in that, so the total distance covered by this person, by the athlete, is 2200 meters in 2 minutes 40 seconds. And then we look at how many laps they have covered. So laps means one complete circle is one lap. They have come back to the starting point. So that is called one lap. So he has finished 3.5 laps. He has ran 3 full circles and 1 half circle. So the displacement, you all know students, displacement is final position minus initial position. So that is equal to the 3 full circles displacement is 0. Now displacement of half a circle or of half movement is 200 meters. Therefore distance covered is 2200 meters and displacement of the athlete is 200 meters. Moving on to the second question. Joseph jogs from one end A to the other end B on a straight line 300 meters road. So A to B, the distance is 300 meters in 2 minutes 30 seconds, and then turns around and jogs 100 meters back to point C in 1 minute. What are Joseph's average speeds and velocities in jogging from A to B and A to C? So you have distance 300 from A to C, 300 plus 100, so the total distance covered is 400. The time taken to travel is 150 seconds plus for A to B is 150 and from A to C is 210. So then total displacement will be equal to 200 meters. So average speed is total distance traveled by total time taken. So average speed, distance traveled by time taken, will be 300 distance traveled by time taken 150 is equal to 2 meters per second, whereas average velocity while traveling from A to C will be 200 divided by 210, which is 0.95 meters per second. So they are asking from A to B and from A to C. That's why we have done A to B. Now again A to C. Average speed from A to C. Speed is distance divided by time. So distance traveled from A to C is 400 divided by 210 seconds gives you 1.9 meters per second, and the average velocity to travel from A to B is 300 divided by 150, which is equal to 2 meters. So you may observe here that for A to B, the speed and the velocity is the same because the distance and displacement are same from A to B, that is 300 and 300. But from A to C it changes. Okay. Moving ahead. Abdul, while driving to school, computes the average speed for his trip to be 20 kilometers per hour. On his return trip along the same route, there is less traffic and the average speed is 30 kilometers per hour. What is the average speed for Abdul's trip? So here I need you all to observe that the distance traveled to reach the school is equal to distance traveled to reach home, right? Same distance both sides. Let us consider it to be D. Let the time taken to reach school be T1 and time taken to reach home be T2. Therefore, the average speed will be equal to total distance traveled by total time taken. That is d by t1 is equal to 20. And speed for going home will be d by t2, which is 30. So t1 is d by 20 and t2 is d by 30. Now average speed is equal to total distance by total time. Total distance is d plus d and total time is d by 20 plus d by 30. D plus d is 2d. So 2d by, when you cross multiply and solve, dd gets cancelled. You're remaining with 120 by 5, which is 24 kilometers per hour. Therefore, Abdul's average speed for the entire trip is 24 kilometers per hour. Students, at any point you think you need to pause the video and make note of the answers, please feel free to do so. Moving ahead, question number 4. A motorboat starting from rest on a lake accelerates in a straight line at a constant rate of 3 meters per second square for 8 seconds. How far does the boat travel during this time? So the initial velocity of the boat is 0 meters per second. Acceleration is 3 meters per second square. Time period is 8 seconds. So as per the second motion of equation, S is equal to ut plus half at square. So the total distance, in the place of u you're putting 0. So 0 into t 0 plus half into a into t square, which is 96 meters. Therefore, the boat travels a complete distance of 96 meters in a time frame of 8 seconds. So here we have solved the sum using equation of motion. Moving to the next question. A driver of a car traveling at 52 kilometers per hour, so this is speed, applies the brakes and accelerates uniformly in the opposite direction. The car stops in 5 seconds. Here when they say the car stops in 5 seconds, that means the final velocity is 0. Another driver going at 3 kilometers per hour in another car applies his brakes slowly and stops in 10 seconds. On the same graph paper, plot the speed versus time graph for the two cars. Which of the two cars traveled farther after the brakes were applied? So this is the graph that you will plot for speed versus time, or velocity versus time. So 52 kilometers per hour, and in 5 seconds the car stops. The other one is going at 3 kilometers per hour and it stops at 10 seconds. So you can see stops. So at 5 it comes and touches at 0. At 10 it comes and touches at 0. So at 5 and 10 respectively the cars have stopped. So you can see the slope of both the graphs are coming downward. So when the slope of both the graphs are coming down, that means it is a retardation. What do we mean by retardation? It is opposite of acceleration. The speed is slowly reducing and finally coming down to 0. Now we will look at the calculation for this. So total displacement of each car will be finding out the area under the graph. So displacement of first car will be equal to area of triangle AOB. Please make note, AOB, O is the origin here. So area of triangle is half into base into height. So half into, the base is 5 and height is 52. So half into base 5 into 52. So half into OB into OA, which is 14.44 meters per second. So the area of the triangle is given by 36 meters. We hear students, please observe, they have given us in the question, it's a very important point. They have given us kilometers per hour and then they have given us in seconds. So we need to change the speed from kilometer per hour to meters per second. Now how do we do that? We can convert kilometer per hour into meters per second by multiplying into 5 by 18. So when we convert kilometer per hour into meters per second, then after that we can continue this sum. So half into base into height, we get 36 meters is the area of the triangle, meter square actually. And then the displacement of the second triangle is given by the area of the triangle, COD. COD, very small triangle. So that one again half into base into height, 4.15 meters square. So therefore the first car is displaced by 36 meters and second car is displaced by 4.15 meters. Therefore, first car has traveled more even after applying the brakes.